I told the players I'm disappointed, but I'm not discouraged. We made too many errors in the critical part of the game to really have a chance to win. I was really proud of our defense in the first half. The turnovers that they got, the fourth down stops really kept us in the game. We just didn't respond offensively when we had our opportunities, and we're certainly capable of doing that. We had some mental errors, critical parts of the game where we had opportunities to strike and really score and get ourselves back in the game, and when the game was in the balance. And at the end of the day, the two main things that we really wanted to control the run better, and we wanted to run the football better. And we obviously didn't run the ball well enough today to beat a good football team like Vanderbilt. So disappointed, not discouraged, excited to get back and watch the film and learn from these mistakes. You know, the bottom line is we still have a lot of young players, and sometimes young players make mistakes at critical times, and we had a little bit of that today. And so we got to learn from that and grow from that, and see if we can correct some of those issues we had today and move forward.
So, Coach, you were talking about the defense and doing a solid job in that first half. Was there anything? Obviously, you get run down during a football game, but the humidity out there was pretty good. No?
I don't think it had any factor at all. You know, we practice at 4,400 feet above sea level, and we come down. Our lungs are open. We were breathing fine. I just think we have to get off the field. I mean, you have to play good run defense. You have to be able to stop people and get off the field, and we have to sustain our drives offensively. And you know, to me, the biggest stat was the rushing yardage, and we didn't rush for nearly enough, and they rushed for close to 200 yards. So at the end of the day, we have to handle those physical elements of the game better. I think we're better equipped to handle it, but obviously we didn't do a good enough job today.
Coach, during the week you talked about the Vanderbilt lines on both sides and how they're prototypical SEC, a big team. Did you see the size becoming a factor as the game wore on? You know,
I'll have to watch the film. I felt like we could control their run a little bit better than we did today. You know, a lot of that was in the second half, and I really felt like we could run the ball better. And so we'll have to watch the film and really see that. You know, obviously we're still makeshifting up front a little bit, you know, with Krebs being out. We got some young guys playing different spots. You know, we got a center that's only played a second game as a center in the heart of our line. So, you know, it's tough when you play a big physical team like today. And that probably had affected our running game a little bit. So we got to look at that and see what things we can do better, because we have to run the ball. We have to be balanced to really be effective offensively, and that's going to be a big part of us moving forward.
Another thing, Coach, I think maybe the B part to that is only 64 plays, I think, today and 63 last week. I know you guys want to run more. As you were saying, if you can get maybe more first downs on the run,
well,
is that going to follow?
That'll help, no question. And to sustain more drives, I think being more effective running the ball is going to help us stay on the field and move the chains and have more plays. And you know, we got a little bit behind the eight ball in the second half where some of that running game was not as good for us, but that will certainly help. And you know, some games we're not going to have as many plays. You know, this is a team that plays pretty slow. I mean, Vandy huddles up, they run the ball, they're under center. So you're not going to get as many plays or possessions against a team like this. So that has something to do with it as well. But we certainly have to be more effective in the run game to help us get more plays.
But you mentioned disappointed but not discouraged. Anything specifically you'll bring into Monday's practice that you've seen already that you want to work on?
No, I just think we have some core things that we want to do in the running game, and we want to play off of those in the passing game and just make sure that we do a better job of that. You know, we just didn't execute. We had some opportunities on some throws. We had guys running open, and for one reason or another, we were a little quick with Ty, or we had a little bit of a pressure, and he felt like he had to throw it a little quicker. So our timing just wasn't good. And so we have to go back and do a better job of executing. I think every area of our offense needs to be a little bit tightened up. And so we'll try to do a good job of making those corrections this week on the film and seeing what opportunities come from this next team. We're going to see a team next week that plays very similar defense to what we play. So it'll be something our guys are really familiar with, and that's always exciting when you see that. And so we'll just go back to work. You know, we had a lot of guys fighting all the way to the end today. We just want to, we're trying to build a football team. And we have a lot of young players, and sometimes young players make mistakes. And we had a little bit of that today, and we have to learn from it. So we'll just go back to work on that and try to correct those things and learn from it.
Coach, on the other side of the ball, I mean, 41 points might be deceptive. I thought the defense in the red zone came up with some nice stops. Is that something you can build forward with?
I think we can build on a lot of our defensive performance today. I'm sure there's some things in the second half that we're not happy with. It hurts to lose Gabe Sewell. I didn't see the play, but I'm anxious to see it. But it's disappointing to lose him, and hopefully, we'll be able to step up and replace him next week. We had some young players in on defense that I think we got out of position late in the game after Gabe went out and didn't do as good a job as we could on some of their base run games. So we'll have to correct that, rectify it. We got to play better in the run. We've worked really hard in the offseason to get bigger and stronger and be able to handle the run game better. And I think we're better capable of handling it than we did today. So we have to do a better job, and we're certainly capable of running it better. So those are two areas we really want to look at and see how we can improve that for next week.